Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Hey nieces and nephews, it is like 100 degrees in Rhode Island right now. If you guys hear anything in the background, that's my AC. Uncle's trying to keep cool. Speaking of trying to keep cool, the Bulls are definitely trying to keep cool right now after today's intraday selling pressure. Look at this. This was today's price action. Had a nice, beautiful move. I had a support level at 580, 548.5. I had a nice breakdown right there, chat. I had a nice breakdown. I'm grateful for that one because this breakdown, I mean, it's good for intraday move, but that breakdown broke down 548.5. Look at this. At first, it was like an elevator down move. It was a nice push to the downside, going as low as 545-ish. Over $3 move intraday before we had the recovery. I had a 546.5 level, 5-ish recovered, and towards the end of the day for a little bounce. Nothing too serious here as far as the intraday movement go, but hopefully you guys were able to catch it. Intraday was bearish, but it's the bigger time frame. Is the bigger time frame bearish? That's the question. I mean, cooling down the RSI a bit is overall healthy. I wouldn't say bearish. Now, what was that 548.5 is level based on? It was pretty much based on the previous day's high. We gapped above it, but the gap up didn't hold, as you guys can see. Good for intraday trade, level to level style, but not giving us much sign of what the next bigger move's gonna be. Could be consolidation. Could be heading back into the chop phase, guys. Could correct through time, cool the RSI down before it's ready to pop up higher. And if it's going to give us new all-time high, we need a daily chart close above 548.5. It tried today, but could not get it. We know where the critical resistance is. We also know where critical support is as well. If you remember, when I zoom out, I still have that macro level, fib level at 546 to the 546.5 zone. Can't give it a zone because these levels never pinpoint accurate, you know. Just give it a zone. And then of course the trend line. All right, we spoke about the trend line in the previous day, in the previous video. We got to break down 543.6 to the 544 zone for bears to take control. But what else is Uncle not telling his viewers? Well, it's not that I don't tell you guys certain things, it's just that I haven't spoke about it in a while. Anyways, 5 daily moving average, okay? The moving average. Where are my moving average lovers at? I know a lot of you guys like moving averages. And one of the moving averages that I like besides the 20 and the 50 and the 200 is the 5, which just popped up right there in the red. Now I want you guys to notice something. When SPY is in a strong downtrend, it spends a lot of time below the 5 daily moving average. It treats it like resistance. When it's bullish, it spends a lot of time, especially with false breakdowns of that moving average. It spends a lot of time bouncing off the moving average. What happened today? Well, you look at since late May, early June, we spent majority, almost all, actually 100% of the time, since May 31st low, above the 5 daily moving average, the 5 DMA. Today, we treated that moving average as a support. You guys see it right there, as a support, and we found buying pressure. Okay, I would pay attention to that 5 daily moving average if I was you, because I mean, if I was me, I would pay attention to it, and I am. Which is why I'm telling you guys, my viewers, I think it's worth watching. And right now it's around 545.5. So I know I gave you guys a lot of levels. Like, Uncle Charlie, this is a lot of damn levels, man, to pay attention to. I put it this way. 2 critical levels to pay attention to. I would pay attention to the 5 daily moving average. Why? Because it's lower than that 546 fib level. So breaking down the 5 daily moving average will also break down that fib level. So below 545.5 would be definitely be a big bearish warning to the bulls. And losing the next fib level at 543.6 to the 544 zone, which also breaks down this trend line, would absolutely give bears control. Okay, is it a crash? Are we going to crash? Is it a market crash? Let me tell you something. I know a lot of us are hurting. Inflation sucks. Our president is in. You know what I'm saying? And the stock market doesn't really reflect reality, guys. I'm sorry to say that. But the best thing I can do is try to report this manipulation and try to get people to trade with the manipulation. Gotta put our feelings to the side so we can pay our bills and feed our families. You guys already know. And that's all I'm trying to do is help my fellow Americans. Alright? Sorry if I sound a little too patriotic. But you know, election year coming, guys. Holy moly. Who's sick of this inflation, this economy we're in? Alright? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying. Anyways, do we know the levels for the bearish case scenario for SPY? Alright, we all on the same page here. Now, as far as the bullish case scenario, guys, you already know. If we chop sideways, consolidate sideways, and correct through time, that is not bearish. It's not bullish, but it's definitely not bearish and would make me lean bullish. Why? Because the overall trend is bullish. And of course, getting above 548.5 would definitely give me a sign that we're going to head to 550 or higher, setting new records, new all-time highs. Alright, guys, here is the triple Q. This is looking kind of toppy, guys. It's not a perfect evening star pattern, but it is looking toppy. We got a big body green candle, followed by a doji candle, followed by a big body red candle. It's looking toppy. I'm going to need some more confirmation, though. Okay? If support, which was today's low at 579.5, is failed, that's a big sign that we are bearish. If we gap below that level, that's a big sign that we are bearish. Okay, breaking down 579.5 and 479.5 and 478 would definitely be bearish for the triple Q. All right, to be bullish and trust any bounce, it needs to recapture 481.5, 484, and 487. All right, above 487 would cancel this 3-candle bearish setup looking thing, all right, and give us new all-time highs. All right, but remember, we lose 479.5 and 478. This pullback can definitely continue. Be prepared for anything. Tesla, overall consolidating, but we got a false breakout setup of that 184.6 level. That's a false breakout. Overall looks choppy, but we got to look at the low, smaller details, and we have a false breakout there, all right? And we also broke down 183. So I'll be bearish below that level, and if we can break down 180 and 177, I would definitely be bearish in favor of 175.5 or lower in play. Trust no bounce unless we recapture 183 and 184.6. NVDA, that's a hell of a pullback, okay? The gap up probably drew a lot of people in. Thinking we're going to keep on going like we did last year. And we can. Don't get it twisted. We definitely can. But today was not that day, guys. It was not that day. I'm seeing support at 130.7 and 129.5. Especially 129.5. If 129.5 fail, we can get a deeper pullback. Maybe some type of correction with 128, 126.7, and 125-ish in play. And it's very likely we go lower than those levels. I'll trust no bounce unless we recapture 133. We recapture 133, I'll trust the bounce. 131 and then 133. 131 and then 133 are resistant levels. Recapture those, I'll trust the bounce. Apple, pullback time. I've been saying that 213.2 level was fib level. We broke it down today and we went down going as low as 208.8-ish. All right. Well, I have support. The next support at 209.5 and at 210. Well, it's below 210 actually. Now that I know it. Yeah, well, I have next support at 208. If we lose 208, getting a deeper pullback. That is a Fibonacci support level. It's gonna bold need a bounce there. And I'll trust no bounce unless we clear resistance. Recapture lost levels. Starting with 210, 210, and 213.2. Those levels must be captured. Especially 213.2 because that's where the big breakdown came from today. Loss of 208, bearish continuation. Recapture of 210 and 213.2. Bulls may have a shot of putting the bottom in and heading up to new all-time highs. AMD with the bounce today. It closed at 61.7. Didn't quite give me that close I wanted to see, which was above 162. But hey, it's progress. Let's see if it can continue getting above 162 and 164. If it does, more bounce incoming. All right, if we drop back below 160 and 157, bearish, dead cat bounce on AMD. Amazon with the bounce, recapturing a lost level. You guys can see here how right here we broke down that level right there. Okay, we back tested it, that level right there, the fib level, and now we recaptured it. Okay, false breakdown setup. If you guys ever needed an example of what a false breakdown setup is, that right there, false breakdown. Can it show follow through? Stay bullish on Amazon as long as above 184.7. Clearing 186 and 188 would be bullish follow through. Putting 189.7 or higher in play. I will only switch back to bearish if we break down 186 and 184.7. If it does, that's a false recapture. That's a false breakout. That was a bull trap, and we are heading down lower. Google still consolidating just below that 179-ish level. It's building strength, guys. RSI is cooling down. Watch out for an explosive breakout. Okay, if it breaks above 179, it could be explosive to new all-time highs. Now, if the plan is to the downside, it still needs to break down 176. All right, 177.5 and 176. Break those down, bearish. Look at Netflix. Speaking of bearish, got a pullback. All right, if the pullback is to be deeper, 678.6, 76 needs to break down as well to put 673 or lower in place. 673 barely hold. It almost tested, kind of held. But if it breaks that down, the pullback is going to be a lot deeper. All right, to end the pullback, 680 and 683 must recapture, must clear to put new all-time highs back in play. All right, I usually cover Bitcoin, but I'm bored with crypto. I like this stock, ELF. It's a beauty stock, pretty volatile. I think you guys will like trading it. I have support at 208 and 206.5. If those two levels fail, guys, look to short. That is bearish, and we are heading down a lot lower. I don't care what the news says. I don't care what the price action says. We could drop down to 202 or lower. All right, I'll only trust the bounce of 206.5 if some resistant levels can clear. I got resistance at 210, 211.5, 213, and 215. Above 215, I would favor new all-time highs. However, 221.8 would be in play first. But I would still favor new all-time highs, if that makes sense. All right, guys, let's take a look at the flows. I gotta log in. All right, first of all, dark pool levels. 47% of activity came in at the 548.24 level. That's where big money, majority of big money is setting up their money at, setting up their positions, guys. All right, here's the flows for SPY, 100K premiums or above, and it is bearish. Triple Q is bearish as well. Tesla is bearish. NVDA is bullish, guys. Apple's bullish. Pullback day for Apple, still bullish for some reason. AMD is bullish. Amazon gotta be bullish. It is bullish, okay? Netflix is bullish. And let's check out ELF. I like trading this stock. It was a nice trade today with ELF. Nothing for ELF. Hey, it's alright. But I hope you guys found value in today's video. I really tried my best, guys. This is Uncle Charters, the worst price action analysis on YouTube. Bye! Uncle loves you. He loves you so.